Imagine a world without traditions where families gather via online app with pop-up ads. Who's going to carve the turkey?
Yeah, who's gonna watch us yell at the football game?
And who's going to get drunk, record a podcast, and scream, "Here we go!" We are. So here we go! What up, y'all? And welcome back to the Dumb Podcast. I am Don Dario.
Yo, what up? And I'm Kev The Allstar.
Today, we're going through childhood writing on the Ha Ha Hack.
That's right. And our topic for today is none other than holidays.
And as always, we're going to end it with a little jiggity joke session, but we have some information to share. If you want to support the Dumb Podcast and you shop on Amazon.com, please consider using our link that can be found at dondarriocomedy.com. Every purchase is donating pennies on the dollar. So what we're going to do with that money is turn it around, put it into quality entertainment for all of you. So everybody here at the Dumb Podcast, thank you in advance. I've also got a couple of shows coming up this month. First, I'll be at JP's Comedy Club in Gilbert, Arizona, November 19th, 2021 at 9 p.m. You can get your tickets at jpscomedyclub.com for that. I'll also be performing at Desert Rose Steakhouse on November 26th, 2021 at 9 p.m. as well. Those tickets can be bought on eventbrite.com or DM me for physical tickets. Kev?
Yeah, man. Thank you, Don. Things are real good on this end, man. The Marine Corps birthday just passed. So that's like our own holiday, if you will, if you've ever earned the title. Again, veterans out there, thank you also. Happy belated Veterans Day to y'all as well. With that being said, tomorrow I'm excited. I'm going to be part of a 13 crew comedy over at Improv Mania at an early show, though, a 3 p.m. show, but it's for a really good cause for cancer. For Maddie's, I always want to say Mandy, but it is Maddie's Miracle Comedy Show. That is Saturday, November, 13th. And then I'll be over at Tempe Center for the Arts, or TCA, as some people call it, on, I lost my spot. That's all right, though. On November 19th at 7:30 p.m. for the one and only Insane and Sober show. Hey, we're insane. We can say it backwards. We can say it forward. Insane and sober. It's all good. And then I'll return back on that Monday on November 22nd at Improv Mania, where we're doing improv comedy. And that's going to be really fun. Check it out. It's improv versus another improv crew. So get there and have fun.
Nice. We thank you for all your support here at the Dumb Podcast. Now we want to hear from you. So if you have any jokes you want to hear on air, send them to us, and we'll make sure you're on the next episode. Also, if you just like to say hi or give us your feedback, we'd love to hear it. You can reach us by email at thedumpodcast@gmail.com. That's thedumpodcast@gmail.com. Or by phone at 602-935-7307. You've got 3 minutes. Now let's hear it. Folks, we can't wait to get this episode started, so kick back, chillax, and enjoy.
Oh.
The Dumb Podcast has another amazing guest today. Please help me give it up for my comedy Thea and your comedy Thea, comedian Rose Verdugo.
Thank you. Wow, I am everybody's for sure.
How are you? We're excited to have you on the podcast, Rose. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm good. So far, so good.
Nice. I saw you were at some kind of a really nice ball the other day. What was that?
It was actually the Promise Ball 2021, which is for diabetes.
Oh yeah.
A gala that I was working with a friend who's a photographer. So I was like her assistant, but it was pretty cool. There was some really beautiful people there, and it was a really good cause, and I was excited.
Dang,
And
Rose,
tired.
you are
We're connected, man. Oh, speaking of, are you going to Sydney's recording tomorrow? Are you helping with that?
Not. I actually work. He asked me out because I usually, to help him, because last time I helped him with because I did a little bit of film production when I was in college. So I helped him out a bit, but I couldn't go because I have another like job that I have to do tomorrow.
Okay.
So it kind of cut in that time, and he's very like, be here at this time and production this time. So I was like, I don't want to say I'm going to go. So I do have to work, but are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna be an extra.
Cool.
So
Nice,
I'm excited.
nice. Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's a pretty fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Well, Rose, we're excited to have you on the podcast, man. Thank you for being here. So this segment is called the Ha Ha Hack. All right, and it's basically where we share all of our experiences of doing stand-up comedy while we're all in the trenches together.
Yeah, it's like this, Rose. So we may not be professionals just yet, but there are the things that we have developed and we've learned over the time. So we just like to share them with everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. And today we're talking about childhood writing. All right. And what we mean by that is just writing about your childhood. It's an exercise in comedy that kind of helps you create premises that are unique to your life, to your situation, stuff like that. If you ever do want to try them, there are a couple examples that I did write down. They say to talk about like your problems or those are more like your situational things, right? I don't know. Can you guys remember any problems or special situations that you had to deal with when you were kids, Rose?
Yeah, I mean, I was always on a diet. Damn, always on a diet. My mom always had me on this like grapefruit diet.
Oh wow.
So that's an issue that grew up into like being an adult for sure.
Yeah.
And I use it all the time in my jokes. My mom's savage. She's like tiny and stuff. And she was like, okay, we need to put her on the grapefruit diet for the rest of her freaking life.
Oh, man.
Rose, at least, come on. Hopefully your mom's wasn't the kind that said no sugar on your grapefruit. You put the sugar on the grapefruit.
No.
Oh. You just ate that
I
thing,
went to like grade school, you guys. I went to grade school. I remember being in like sixth grade and I would take my lunch. And everybody had like Capri Suns and like cool lunches in here. I bust out the grapefruit. Somebody's like, "Are you on a diet?" And I was like,
was it at least already cut in half then? Tell me it was
no. That's the extra. That was the extra.
Dude, that's the opposite of me.
That sucker and then when I actually one day I was letting her know about it because she was like denying it. She's like, I never remember that. I'm like, okay. And the funny story is she used to pack my son's lunches because I used to work and she would pack them with like the best lunches. They would bring home like the lunch that they didn't eat,
Yeah. Oh.
Because they actually would want a grapefruit because they're always like either vegetarians or vegans or they're always on some type of.
Dang. See, I was opposite, man. Like I didn't want to eat when I was a kid. Like they made me fat. Like they said sit down and finish all of it. Yeah. And like you're a kid just sitting there and like eating when you can't. Like it's their fault. Yeah. You gave me diabetes, Mom. It's your fault. Kev, do you have any special problems or situations that you remember or had to deal with as a kid?
Nah, man. People had to deal with me. I was the problem, man. I would stand right outside the cafeteria door, right? And I'll be like, hey, you got a penny, quarter, nickel, dime, lunch? But it wasn't like I wasn't just snatching lunch bags out of kids' hand. I would ask and they would hook it up and be like, here.
Yeah.
I was young panhandling, I was learning how to do that before I was homeless. But nah, man, it was cool.
That's cool, man. And the other thing that they have on the examples of childhood writing that you can write about, or that we all can write about, is issues. Which is kind of sounds like problems, but it's dealing with your special circumstances, like something for being minority, or you know what I mean. Like everybody's has problems that can be the same, but issues are more like things that we deal with that we can't help.
Whatever we're going into, stuff like that.
Can you guys remember any kind of special issues that you had to deal with or circumstance? I remember one, man. I used to, as a kid, I just had a problem like holding my urine in for some reason. And it was I was a bedwetter. Yeah, I'm gonna admit it. But I stopped that last year. No. When I was a kid in elementary, I had to go pee. I don't even know where it came from. Right, you don't pay attention, and it just happened once. I peed in the playground during lunch or something. But this is what I got out of it, man. I got out of it that I was very smart, because instead of like just crying and going to the whatever teacher or whatever, I went to the corner of the playground and I got on my knees and I started covering it with dirt to dry it up. Like, I'd never gone through a science class or anything. I think it was in 3rd grade. I was like, that's pretty fucking genius.
Dude, and it worked.
It was an animal instinct, man.
Yeah, I just looked dirty, that's all. Kev or Rose, do you remember anything that you had to deal with? Any special circumstances or issues?
Well, I would say, getting bullied, but I handle it a different way. I think that's where I got my humor from.
Yeah.
Like being bullied. So I found myself like being class clown, like being funny.
Yeah.
So then, like, I realized later in life, like, I wanted everybody, like, that's how I made friends with everybody, because I didn't like confrontation. I was very, like, I didn't like confrontation. And I realized when I did confront, that was just, it was too much. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Then when I decided to, then everybody's like, oh, she's so mean. So I think that I used that as like, so that would prevent a lot of people from bullying me, anymore, because I was being funny. I was funny all the time. I realized that later in life when I think about it, So I think that was like maybe a survival thing. I also had some older brothers that would whoop people's asses, so that handled a lot of bullying situations, but
Okay, what was yours like opposite of that? I'm assuming, were you the bully out there?
Really,
wait, did you say you grew up in Salt?
Not really, man. I'm with Rose. Like, I didn't have any brothers, but whatever. I won't go into all that right now. But I was pretty much raised as an only child. I'm the baby by many years. So no, like for me, it was more like, I think just with moving around so much, I moved a lot. A whole lot. Sometimes I'd be at 3 schools in 1 year, So so I was like Rose said, I was definitely a class clown. I was quick to kind of be the friend of everybody.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like that story I just said, stand outside the cafeteria, do you got, because I would always ask them to be like, give me your money. I wasn't definitely wasn't a bully, but that was, I don't know, really issues, So
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why you and I got along really well right off the bat, Kev.
Because you bullied me.
That's right. Yeah.
No, that's what I noticed, man. You were just very easy to get along with, and like I don't meet a lot of people out there, especially here in Phoenix, that want to make friends instantly. You know what I mean? And I noticed that, so I'm the same way. If I recognize that, then we're gonna do something.
I think it's also a little harder when we're when you're adults. A lot of us like no new friends, no new friends, like fuck, you can't even count your friends anyway.
Exactly.
I'm with you on that. Like, I have my friends that I have a best friend from high school. Like, I have my same best friends from high school, and we hang out all the time. And I have a lot of family, and they're basically my friends. But I will say, in the comedy scene, I have made some really good friends that, you can count on. And when you find people like that, that's pretty odd. That makes me feel good about myself, that actually people would want to be friends. Because some people I'm just kind of like, that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
That's I definitely feel the same way, and I kind of set out to do this. You know what I mean? Like I figured like I was kind of tired of, well, you know, what's gonna happen at my funeral? Like, is nobody gonna go? Like, do I not have friends? And then it's like, cause I don't want them. You know, if it's regular people, like, there's not a lot of people I like. So I was like, well, what kind of friends do I want to make? I was like, I would love to have comedian friends, you know? So that was one of the things that I was like, let's go do this, man. Let's go get let's go make some friends. And then, you know, you come to find out there's all these people like you guys that are like cool, and we're like not connected, but we have some kind of similarities. We've gone through some same things, and it's just great meeting all of you guys, man. I have one more thing that I wrote down in case people want to try to write, you know, childhood writing, and that is write about your important experiences. You know, like did you visit? I don't know if you're from somewhere else. Did you visit your homeland? Did you go to New York, or you know, what did you do? What did you achieve? You know, or maybe even, you know, the sad parts that are important in your life, you know, deaths, you know, like maybe write about something like that. What about unforgettable experiences, bad or good? Do you guys have anything in your sets about that, Rose?
About what was the last question? Sorry, I was listening.
Just like,
and then
you know, like deaths or like any kind of important.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Sorry. Okay, don't laugh. This is very serious. I had a cat, right? From the time I was in second grade till I was a sophomore in high school, right? And this is my best friend. I love this cat. And I'll never forget when he died, my mom called me and told me, and I was at my best friend's and I started crying like crazy. And so I'm like, my friend. So she went and told her parents my dad died. Yeah, so then her parents were all crying and everything, and I was bawling, and they were like, "We're so sorry, Rose," and I was just crying. And then they're like, "How did your dad?" I'm like, "No, my cat." So and after that, everybody was like, "Okay, that's whack." But you know, it was my cat. I loved him, but I guess because I was like, "My cat died," you know, and she read my lips, like my dad died, and went and ran and told her parents, and they were crying. That was traumatizing to me, but not to anybody around me. But I did traumatize some people.
Yeah.
I loved that cat, and I've been trying to find like the same. He was a ginger cat, like, you know, one of those like a Garfield. He's
oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like he was a beautiful cat. I still have pictures of him all over. And I went to the Humane Society, and there was this little ginger cat named Cheez-Its, and he was up for adoption. And I made an appointment and everything, and I showed up, and he got adopted. And they're like, "There are other cats." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want anyone else. Like, I don't care about these other ugly looking cats." So I'm waiting for another one just to come around, and I want that same cat. That was traumatizing for me.
She only likes the orange kittens.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I do like all but I don't know what it is. I just want one of those, another cat.
Right.
I don't know why.
Another Garfield cat. Kev, what about you, man? Do you have any like deaths, or I hate to start with that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there any like special achievements or anything that you went through when you were a kid that you write about that you have in your set?
Yeah, my entire life. Shoot, man, you know, I hit on all of them, man, from death to being biracial, being raised multiple different religions. I hit on it all.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I wanted to write this and share this with people, because you know, when you start wanting to do stand-up comedy, you start thinking about, what am I going to talk about, what am I going to write about. That one's a really good one. I mean, you saw all of us kind of kind of got down into our soul a little bit. So when you just write about it, write about those experiences, right? Just they say when you wake up in the mornings, it's when your brain's completely open. Write about if you already know your topic, what you're gonna write about, then start writing immediately. Don't stop for 10 minutes. Just write, and just flow. Let it flow. But you'll come to see that you'll start creating these really, really like
That's
unique premises, right?
Yeah, that's very true. I have a situation like with my mom and the dieting thing. So I do have a couple jokes on that. Um, and I think it was because she was just so tiny. I didn't want a quinceañera. I was so
Oh, you
like, I did
didn't?
not, hell no, I didn't want to quinceañera. I was into like skating, like skateboarding and punk rock music.
Oh, nice.
And I remember my mom
Were
for
you
my,
a tomboy? Would you say you were
yes,
a tomboy?
definitely. I definitely
Okay.
was. Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I was. I grew up with boys. So and so I remember she bought me these like gold, 14 karat gold or 18 karat. I don't know. It was a big deal. Gold bangles. And I was like, ew, man, I wish I had those bangles now. But
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't want a quinceañera. I hate that. Oh God, I was just didn't want it. And she, I could tell that's what she wanted for me. And
Yeah.
she would always say, oh, look at Ruby. Like I had a cousin who, at that point, she was very skinny and had this huge quinceañera and everybody was, and I just remember just being like, God, this is the worst thing.
Yeah.
And then she got pregnant right after.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
Well,
that night,
yeah.
No, see that it's not what quinceañeras are for, young ladies. All right, you don't get to go and do that.
Not in my quinceañera.
My I recently wrote about one trying to practice this exercise, and it was about growing up poor. And I say that growing up poor is kind of scary at times, because those drunken bum fights are right outside your front door.
Yeah.
And I say that my grandparents always shake hands afterwards, but they still can't shake the alcoholism. It's tough.
Yeah.
But that comes from missing people that are gone in my life. And it's tough, especially around the holidays. Which brings us to our topic of the day. We're gonna be talking about holidays today, guys. I just want to talk about it because there's the importance of feeling loved, right? It's very important to feel loved and to also give love. And the holidays are here, so it's a perfect time, perfect setting. We're around friends, family, and I wanted to talk about it too because my son, who's 6, asked me, why do we have holidays, Dad? Like, what's the point? And I just, it kind of like, it's like that's a good question. So I just told him, it gives us a sense of togetherness. It shows us that we have people here to share special events, special times, special days with, and celebrating the holidays is obviously an annual thing, right? So that's how traditions are started. Well, traditions continue that love from generation to generation. Sometimes people don't want to celebrate this holidays, right? So I mean, because we get into those things, they're like, oh, should we? Is it this or that? And then all I gotta say, and I guess I'm saying it to you, Kev, just do it, man.
Just do it. Just
celebrate in your own little way. It's healthy. It's healthy for you. Do you guys? What traditions do you guys have? Rose, do you have any special traditions?
Oh, yes.
oh, yeah.
We make tamales. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
You got my number one. That's what I have written down.
Yeah, that's something. Our I try to keep the traditions as much as I can for my sons. And so I try. Of course, we get together. We make tamales. Menudo, pozole. I have Mexican hillbilly family. I know I shouldn't say that, but I have
so a little Tex-Mex.
No, my family. They're from Nashville. So my uncle, my dad's brother, married a woman from Nashville. And when my oldest cousins, their kids, their oldest sons were like 12 and 15, they moved to Phoenix. Then they had 2 other daughters. So it's funny because I had like a hillbilly cousins and their 2 younger sisters are like more Mexican than me. Like, you know what I mean? But they do a huge spread for Thanksgiving. I'm talking like Southern Thanksgiving, American, I'm talking fried. I'm talking greens. I'm talking everything. So
Dang.
that I love. So I get that part of,
Right.
but we our traditions are, baking, of course, Mexican food. I mean,
Yeah.
but what I do try to do, and I think Kevin, maybe that would help you, that the one thing I can say about my ex-husband's family, just kidding, is that their tradition, it was a lot more togetherness than gift giving. And I think that, it was more like, let's get together with food, let's listen to music. They would sing, they would, it felt more like a holiday.
Yeah.
So what my brother and what I try to do with my sons is like go to a church, and the day that they're giving out turkeys to families,
Yeah.
I tell my sons, hey, go volunteer, because now you're going to know what really it's all about. It's about if you can give back, even if it's an hour of your time to somebody. And I don't know, it's really weird. My sons realized there was a lot of elderly people. There was a lot of like, I don't know, grandparents, I would say, going and getting the turkey. At my brother's church, they would give them, the frozen turkey and all the fixings.
Yeah.
So my sons were like helping, these older ladies get it to their car, to whoever was, and I'm like, wow, they went by themselves. So like, I noticed my son was more concerned about like elderlies. He became more concerned.
Yeah. Nice.
Versus like just being all like cares. So his thing is, the reason he wants to go, he doesn't really look at it as like, oh, look at, the, needy families. He was very focused on the elderly, and it could be because of his grandparents, like him. Wow, my grandparents sure are blessed that they have, there's, because there's some elderly people, they have nobody.
Yeah.
So I think that giving back that hour of their time, which, they could be playing video games, they could be partying, they're in college.
Yeah.
I already, share the date with them. And I think maybe doing one thing that is nice for somebody, I think that really helps.
Yeah, I think that helps a lot.
Holidays.
Heck yeah, dude. Kev, what about you? Do you have any traditions?
Me personally, not really. No, but my family, my family does. It depends. It can change like the Utah weather. I wish I had the skills. Well, maybe I do, but so on one side of the family, we got red beans and rice and greens, and then on the other side we got Mormon casserole. So it's I don't know, maybe if we could get them all in one house, that would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, maybe I can learn to cook.
Oh yeah, you could too. Like I had to learn. Yeah, I learned for sure. Like, and I just did it for my family, for my, my son. So I always make sure that like by 10 a.m. I have like Thanksgiving dinner ready in the morning, because, we go to different houses. They split off into another, their dad's family. And so I just always want them to know that regardless, they'll always have Thanksgiving with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll, if,
that's kind of like why, when I moved here, well, so I was born here, right? So I'll just say it like this. My black half is in Arizona. My white half is in Utah. So being raised out there is always big on the holidays. The holidays just ain't the same in the desert. When you got snow coming like that, makes a Thanksgiving or a turkey day like seem legit. Christmas, New Year's, what snows on those days, beautiful thing. Here, I get closer to my dad's side of the family, so it's they still celebrate and do big things. So I get the invite and I show up. Like you say, get with family, enjoy the laughs, maybe the football game, whatever. So get some new material.
Exactly, dude.
Got cousin Ray talking shit.
Yeah, no,
and do that too. That's actually where all this stuff comes from. Yeah, you can, have fun, good times, but that's a lot of the drama comes during our Christmas or our gatherings.
Somebody gonna take one too many eggnog shots.
Yeah.
Making those tamales, start throwing stuff at each other. For us, we do the tamales, we do camping.
Camping's fun.
And then on my lady's family, they have a family Christmas party. So
that's fun.
Yeah, because there's Christmas Day, and then they just all plan a separate day where they all get together
that leads up.
and do a Christmas together. You know what I mean? Which I think is cool. And I always have fun at those things, man, and get drunk. But you're right, Kev. That turkey up north or somewhere nice and cool is way different than down here in the sun. Like even the turkey sweats.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for the jiggity joke session.
Yeah, I love it every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time, man. We've got count them, 3 comedians in the house tonight. But first, I just want to cheers it up to veterans, everybody in America. As the holidays, raise it up, tip it up for those who we've lost and those who love us and protect us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your service.
I'll do a double salute.
All right.
Jiggity joke session. So Rose, you are our special guest, so you get to go first.
Okay, Rose, start here. All right. Okay, let's face it, people. There's good black and there's bad black. Batman, good black. Black flagged, bad black. Blacklisted, bad black. Black card, good black.
Black card. I ain't no black people with no black cards. They didn't even put Batman as a black man.
I bet you that's Dawn's. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait. That's at the end. No. We're gonna cut that out. Kev, you're next.
Oh, I am next. All right, I'd be honored to go next with the jiggity joke session. The holidays are upon us, folks. Oh, and the holidays can be tough because celebrating without those that we've loved just isn't the same. We unfortunately lost my grandmother in 2020. But we found her in 2021. Dementia's a bitch. Oh, Grandma. There she is. She's right there. She's watching now.
Why is she naked? What the?
She ain't
All right,
naked in her
nice.
head.
Good job, man. Good job. All right, my turn. All right. I recently got laid off of work.
Nice and simple.
Yep.
Like it.
All right. Rose, you're up.
I'm up.
Hype it up. This is the best joke you've ever said in your life, Rose.
It is. Okay. Dancing with the Stars is stupid because every dance has a meaning behind it. On the Halloween episode, someone had a special meaning to Hellraiser, and he said his nickname growing up was Hellraiser because he raised hell.
Oh.
Just then, the guy dressed as Michael Jackson jumped in and said, "My nickname's Chucky because I love child's play."
That's so funny.
Nice.
Good one.
Good one, Rose. That was awesome.
I wish I could read them before, and my accents aren't that great.
Kev, you're up.
You want to be my friend? Okay. I like Halloween. All right. Well, I'm healthy fat. I'm avocado.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. Nice one, Kev. My turn, right? I just started going to therapy, and I'm shocked. Also, Mexicans don't go to therapy. It's true. Sorry. All right. Rose, you are up.
All right.
I didn't get the
Halloween
punch then.
just passed, and there are people walking around like turkeys, smelling like stuffing. thanks for giving, but no thanks.
Nice. I like it. That was good. Good. That was awesome. I like that.
I feel like I'm hooked on phonics. I'm like, I can't.
No, I
Right.
mean,
It's
as
a
far
trick.
as the
Reading
level,
someone else's joke.
yeah.
Right.
No, you're up
Difficult,
there.
huh?
You're higher than both of us, actually. And we admit it, right? This is the Dumb Podcast.
I can't read. I the holiday cast.
All right.
But it's all good.
All right, my turn. All right. Brought my son with me to drop off our dog at the vet the other day. As we're leaving, he told the veterinarian, "Happy Veterans Day." We both looked at him confused. Without hesitation, my son looked at both of us and said, "What? It's Veterans Day?" Nice.
Nice.
That was good. Took you a little while, but you did it.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, Rose.
Oh, Kev has one more.
All right. Folks, remember that it's important to stay hydrated. I didn't drink enough water yesterday, and I paid for it this morning in the restroom. The first piece felt like I shit a whole Dorito. It cut me up. Now my toilet looks like a horror scene. Happy Halloween.
Nice. Happy Halloween, guys.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
How about those Doritos and Cheetos, huh?
Drink water. Stay hydrated. Get drunk, but drink water. That's all I'm saying. All right,
Rose.
Maybe next time I'll take some Fritos.
All right, Rose, you are up.
Oh, I became a wine consultant. I was, okay, I'm gonna start all over. So I started wine consulting. I was at a wine festival this weekend and I had asked people, hey, would you like a wine tasting? Would you like to try this wine? And this man just stared at me. And I'm like, would you like a wine tasting, sir? And he's like, I'm a recovering alcoholic. And I'm like, oh, congratulations. But I feel the guy because I'm always on a diet, right? I'm always on a diet. Like when I'm at the mall and I go buy C's candies and the lady's like, hey, you want a sample? And I'm like, bitch, I'm on a diet.
Awesome. Rose, we have a little game that we play. It's where you guess who wrote the jokes that you read today.
Okay.
So start with the top, which was...
Yes. Let's face it, people. There's good black and there's bad black, Kev The Allstar.
Yeah, you don't have to go through the whole thing, but which number
That was
that
Kev.
one.
Yeah.
You got it.
Kev?
Yeah.
Was it you,
Was
Kev?
it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I said it.
Nice.
Right, one
Dancing
for
with
what?
the Stars is stupid. That was you, Don.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
I know.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Let's do this.
Champion over
Okay.
here.
Just then the guy, oh no, that was the punch. Oh, the Halloween just passed. And that has to be done. No,
Ah, you were going. Got her, Don. Got her. That's
You
Yeah.
got me on that one because he was talking about he was straight. You know what? You guys got me on that one.
Yeah. All right. Nice, Rose.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
hey, you know what? Right now, you would have been tied for first because we've only done it once. You're the
Only
second
done it
one.
once, so.
So now you're in second
Thanks for
place.
putting-
All right.
thanks for putting my podcast
Have
on
to
the
do a
map.
rematch
One
of
more.
your back.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, will you come back at some point, Rose?
Yeah, I will
Awesome.
for sure.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you for being here, man.
2022.
Thank you for adding
Thank
to
you
the
for having
funny.
us.
Yeah, man.
having
And is there anything that you would like to promote right now? Any shows,
Yes.
handles,
Yeah.
websites?
Yeah, so I definitely I will be at Tempe Improv next Wednesday, November 17th. It's a canned food drive, so I
Yeah.
hope everybody can make it. Show starts at 8. DM me for tickets, and then the canned foods will get you in. So I'm really excited about that. But the same night is Ready or Not at House of Comedy, which I won't be there, but Dietrich and Phil will. So you guys can make out that. And then I also have the 1227 tap room, which is going to be Wednesday Eve, which is my baby that I have right now. And Instagram is Rose Get Fit, still trying. And
Get it,
then,
Rose.
Facebook, Rose Verdugo. And then what else is there out there? My Snapchat, I don't even use it. It's Cocolo. I don't know. But thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, well, thank you for being on.
Rose.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun in life, folks.
Yeah. Live to laugh and laugh to live, because without laughter, what's the point?
True. Peace.